And so to get to the 50 Moringa tree people and the 100 Moringa tree people and the 1,000 Moringa tree people that are like, hey, we want money, we're starting to talk about this money. And this is how you can make $100,000 growing Moringa, how you can make $10,000 a month growing Moringa, how you can make $1 million growing Moringa, is through this process here of having 50 to 100 to 200 Moringa trees, or 1,000 or 2,000, even 5,000 Moringa trees. We're asking those people to join the co-op. And by doing that, we have prices right now set. Something's going on over there. We have prices right now set at $10 for the dried weight if we have to harvest. So like someone in Tampa is like, hey, come cut my greens. Sure, no problem. We'll come and cut, and we'll dry it here, and we weigh it out, and we'll say maybe 5 kilos. They'll get $50 if we had a harvest. If they harvest it and they bring the 5 kilos here, we'll pay them $20 a kilo. And if someone internationally that's in the co-op, and this is what we're working with now with our farmer in Mexico, is paying $20 a kilo plus a cap at $30 a kilo to help offset shipping costs. So no matter what it is, if it's 100 kilos, potentially, we'll pay, $30 a kilo. And if it's coming from Mexico, Africa, India, that helps with the shipping costs. And we want to keep these prices, high. Because like the co-op isn't trying to, the Moringa Growers Co-op isn't trying to make so much profit necessarily off of, say, selling a kilo. It takes a small profit that returns any profit back to its members to pay for like the workers, for processing, the harvesters, the educators. And so yes, the co-op is setting up these payment plans to pay people. So like right now, trail bale, we'll use it as an example. So like yesterday, I think we probably got maybe 5 kilos from let's just say 5 kilos from the harvest just 2 days ago. And I said, hey, Travis, we're going to have, your harvest tracked and put on the paper. He's like, great, I'd love to see it. And so we'll get that sent over to him. And that has a tracking of all of the weight that we've done. And he's not asking for money right now. He was said that the land was, not even being used right now. So whatever we're doing is just a bonus and an additive to his property. This is where we're getting started, where people, we're free to come in first. Happy to have me do it as I'm knocking on people's doors. Hey, can I plant trees there? Hey, I'm knocking on Travis's door. Hey, can I plant Moringa trees on your farm? Even he was like, actually, what? He came up to me at the farmer's market one day. He's like, hey, Kendrick, by the way, if you ever wanted to plant Moringa trees at Trail Bale, we'd be more than happy to have you, have your co-op over there. And we went to the farmer's market together for years, 4 or 5 years. And Travis and I had our booths next to each other. And that's where he learned so much about what we do with the co-op. And he was just like, wow, like I definitely want to be a part of that. And so he was just like freely giving his land. And that's what we need. Like he didn't necessarily buy the trees. He didn't buy the trees. We didn't have that system set up. But now as we're growing, I don't have necessarily the time or the resources to get out to everyone and necessarily provide their trees for free in that sense. Since we have a much better system going and we're serving a lot more people and we're getting hundreds of thousands of trees growing in the Tampa Bay area and even around the country, we're just asking, for people to just purchase the trees from us. That really helps us out a lot as we continue to get things going. We just can't continue to be giving trees out free in a sense where we actually are putting them in, like the labor of planting the trees on other properties. If you're able to purchase the trees, I mean, at that point, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are wanting to purchase the trees. Like, let's work something out. Get me on the phone. Call me, 813-690-6516. You want to get 50, 100, 200 trees, don't know the cost. And I think that's where it is that I don't have up on the website yet, like a 50 tree checkout or a 100 tree checkout. So that way people can see the prices. And, right now with the kit, I mean, we're giving away 10 trees. This is good for the 1 to 10s. But I'm talking more of like the 50, 100s, 200s, 500s, 1,000 moringa tree growers. And so the growers right now have all been my friends. They've all been provided. They provided their land so far. That's what I've been able to do to get it started. And so they haven't been actually asking for me to pay them. But what we're doing is we're tracking it. We're tracking every weight, and they actually now have tokens within the Moringa Growers Co-op as stock. And we're working on paying that out in dividend form, every 6 months at the end of the year. We're trying to figure these things out. As I get the team together, we can figure out how to allocate these funds from sales that are starting to come in. We'll figure out salaries, to pay the board of directors, wages that are coming in. Because now that we're making about, $10,000 a month between Numa and the co-op, we can begin to start talking about how the co-op can become its own entity. Numa can start just, pushing out local Tampa Bay Moringa and buying it from the co-op. That's how Numa is helping to grow the co-op. It's just by buying Tampa Bay Moringa from the co-op. But as we get like the Mexican Moringa coming in, the Indian Moringa coming in, the African Moringa coming in, the Filipino Moringa coming in, these sales are also going to help build the co-op. As we still sell local trees and we're making products, the co-op is probably going to be more of like a wholesaler, like maybe just sells kilos or maybe 500 grams or maybe 500 capsules, keeps it at a price that people could purchase so that way they could make a flip from it. And also all the profits that come into the co-op are being shared evenly.